General, need something? I moved around for a couple years. Working as a starship mechanic got me from place to place. I wasn't ready to settle down after the war. Then you understand my restlessness. Though the war had ended, I couldn't find peace in anything. As long as I kept moving, I didn't have to think about what happened. Know what I mean? Mostly, I was angry. Angry about what I had done, about why I had done it. I decided I'd do something constructive. I wanted to make up for the things I'd done in the war. I wanted to design planetary shields, but there weren't many systems with the credits to spare. There was more that needed to be rebuilt and protected. I found out that Telos was going to be the flagship project for the Republic, and it sounded like something good. I saw Telos before the Sith raised it. It deserved a better fate. But Zerka ruined everything. I thought I could force Zerka out on my own, but I guess I can't fix everything myself. It's good to be working with you again, General. Something else I can help you with? Just working on the ship. I'm not sure who got her up and running, but I'm amazed she's even space-worthy. Whoever made these repairs doesn't think like most mechanics. But don't worry, I'll get everything in shape.
Yes? I am training, so that if danger should strike, my body and my reflexes will be prepared. That, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be. If I do not have something to focus my attention on, I fear my sanity will erode as well.
What do you mean, Pazak? What, again?
No, I do not trust him. That is untrue. You and the Iridonian trust each other. Or at least the Iridonian trusts you. We heard much of the Iridonian when we served Atris. Atris believed that the Iridonian held the knowledge to restoring Telos. Yes. His skill with machines is something beyond which most can aspire to. His shield technology surpasses the designs of even the most skilled of Echani power architects. I do not realize if you know what it means to have such a one respect and follow you. The Iridonian allied himself with no one on the entire world of Telos, yet he will follow you at the risk of his life. His stance, in many ways, mirrors yours. Where he walks, he carries a world upon his shoulders. And like you, I do not know if he has ever faced it. I see. Forgive my words. They were poorly chosen. The Mandalorian Wars were like that for many. Many returned, who could not tell of their experiences in a way that could bring meaning to them. You may ask. Before entering Atris's service, yes, I carried a name, as all the children of the Ichani do. It is not important. My title and rank is of consequence, not my name. I take value in Atris's service, not in myself. We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, we are pledging ourselves to something greater. When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts the galaxy is unmade. I do not know. That is a question you must ask yourself. You may ask. We attend Atris. It is the duty of all of us, from the first of my sisters to me, the last of the handmaidens. I am the last of the handmaidens. This is correct. I train so that one day that will no longer be true. Perhaps, once having known the ways of the Jedi, you may understand what occupies my thoughts. There is much knowledge on Telos, and only one of the Jedi remain. There is so much about their ways of battle, their forms, their stances, that may be lost forever if the last of the Jedi is taken from the galaxy. I know your meaning, but I have not been clear on mine. Stance, form, discipline are a means of expression and communication. They speak one's heart and one's devotion to their cause. It was to the Jedi traitor Malak. It was to the Jedi traitor Revan. When Terrace was destroyed, it showed Malak's heart through its execution and intent. It was brutal, without finesse, but showed his commitment to defeat the Jedi. Yet with Revan, there was the same commitment, but it was a subtle thing, like weaving threads in a tapestry or strokes upon a canvas. He spoke through battle and tactics in a way one could never do in words. He showed his heart at Malachor V. And finally, at the end of the Jedi Civil War, I believe he was speaking to Malak in that final battle, though few knew it. Through battle, Revan was meeting betrayal with betrayal, and showing Malak the pain he had inflicted on his master. What stronger display than death for conveying one's sense of being betrayed by one's own student? Revan's anger must have been great indeed. I would have wished to have been there for that final exchange, and seen the truth of their conflict with each other. You may ask. I honor the face of my mother. It is not something usually spoken of in the company of others. There is no need to apologize. You were merely remarking on something that you saw. There is no wrong in that. It is not a sensitive subject, but a subject that requires trust. There is no such trust between you and I, and such trust takes time. You may ask. I do not wish to speak of her to you. Her actions are her own, and to reveal to you if she sees fit.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room. Then prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more will come in time. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience. Because I am not blind, that is why. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others. I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them? They echo you, either fighting or surrendering to their feelings, their loyalty, their duty. Your mere presence serves as an example to them of something to uphold or something to fight against. Watch them carefully, see their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done. Good, and then act upon it. It is a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength. A discussion, perhaps, for another time. Ask, and I will answer. Nothing more than we already know. There is danger in... Ask. I misspoke.
Look, I didn't want to say anything, but you forced my hand. I've heard about the Force and what it does to people who can't control it, or themselves. And it shows in everything you do, and in your face. That's what you think. Trust me, there's a reason you're changing. It's because it's corrupting you. I can't help but feel it. All of us can. Whatever that witch is doing to you, she's dragging you down into whatever hole she crawled out of.
Well, you're starting to get creases. You could pass for the old witch's son.
All right, what did you want to know?
All right, but I'm out of credits.
Look, well, the signs are starting to show. You don't look like you've slept in weeks. Or a year.
All right, but I'm out of credit. That's where we waste a lot of time trading cards and trying to beat each other. But in the end, nobody wins. Everybody loses, and nobody accomplishes anything.
It's like stalemate, except the goal is to pass time until the audience gets bored and leaves.
Something up?
Sounds good to me.
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities. Optimal ratio achieved. Oh, sparing master. Systems failing, Master.
I'm here.
I don't have anything for you, but thanks for saving my life.
So you've returned. What is it? I see. And where and when did you kill them? I see. Well, you certainly earned the bounty on those two dangerous criminals. Here it is. I think you'll find the amount more than adequate. The TSF once again thanks you for your cooperation.
there. Care for a game of Pizzak? Sure thing. Just for fun, or shall we lay some credit down? If you insist. Phew! 3 in a row. I suppose my lucky card isn't so lucky anymore. Here, why don't you take it? I think I'll take a break from the game for a time.
I don't understand your problem with the Republic. It's not like Onderon hasn't benefited from joining.
It was one of the darkest days in our history. Talia sold Onderon to the Republic, and what did we receive in return? Nothing. In exchange for the blood of our soldiers, the prosperity of Iziz has been stripped to decorate dead planets like this.
Look, if it weren't for the Republic, you'd all be speaking Mandalorian by now.
And because we accepted the Republic's aid, we should be indented to them forever?
You make it sound like the Republic turned Onderon into a prison colony.
Perhaps. Only that the Republic did not even conquer us. Our own betrayed us and allowed the Republic to take what it would.
Purnačeni so pa maranka do risa vota, govona me, suča to labače kamatuč, furtek čoka. أنت سكريم سوتشي نور تهرم بجوك وليدو ومراما نيكودوس شين بالا مولي
Ichawa te krosi nushi ya chite chaka ogra tur maranma.
You'll find little welcome here, Jedi. For your own good, I recommend you speak to Administrator Adari, quickly finish your business in Kunda, and go. I will answer your questions. She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attack, she kept us together. Without her, the only thing you'd see around here are mercenaries. We had problems with Mandalorian mercenaries even before the Jedi Civil War. The Jedi helped clear most of the problem up, but after the war, many soldiers from both sides of the conflict became mercenaries. And since we're so far from the core, some started gathering here. The difference between an out-of-work mercenary and a raider is a vibroblade's edge. The only thing we can prove they've done is intimidate a few farmers. The farmers give them goods, money, or food just to stay on their good side. The only one that isn't scared of them is the administrator. There have also been a lot of disappearances recently, and not all of them can be blamed on Kath hounds. But nobody can prove the mercenaries are responsible. A farmer here and there, or a family. We lost enough people during the war that keeping the Kath hound and Kinrath populations under control hasn't been possible. So there are a lot of animal attacks. Some deaths, too. The disappearances might be just coincidence, but a lot of the stubborn folk seem to be more accident-prone. Kunda is the big building just outside the landing port. It used to be the estate of a man named Matali, but he and his family disappeared around the time of the bombardment. The administrator rebuilt it, and now this is our center of government. I know it doesn't look like much, but there aren't many settlers that live on this planet. This building is the start of something new for us. We're very proud of it. Just head into the building and you'll find your way to the administrator. I'll be over by the entrance if you need anything else.
Lava, Sidan Gelf. Rentundas. Lava, Sidan. Sidan. Lava, Papoilta, Lava, Nibu Gelfa, Sidan Gelfa, Vadino, Gelfa, Linda Kufta. Rentundas, Hoi Sidan Gelfa, Papoilta. Rentun. Truth Platform, Papoilta, Truth Platform, Nibo Kelfa, Sidan Kelfa, Badinokan Kelfa, Linda Trufta, Rengundas, Hoi Sidan Kelfa, Papoilta. Rengundas, Hoi.
My lightsaber. You've destroyed it. I yield, Master. It is as I heard through the Force. My life for yours. I have nothing to offer you. Your strength is superior. It is as I felt.
Now I've seen everything. This woman, she's a Miraluka. I didn't think any were left in this part of the galaxy. Well, some of her wounds are pretty bad. Looks like she was already carrying her share of scars, though. I think she'll recover, yeah.
She is a threat to us. I am not asking that she be harmed or interrogated, but she is of the Sith, and she has attacked us once. She should not be allowed to walk freely on the ship.
Charanana gundoso remina che l'orak de guru katpada. Fiadra tora pada no ringatel camarada tela fibu nubu da bitarana cenirara. Charanana gundoso remina che l'orak de guru katpada. Fiadra tora pada no ringatel camarada tela fibu nubu da bitarana cenirara. Der winterunto wakare kwe wapa tera tanan chingaradana. Fiadra pada no de ringtada nel camarada tela fibu nubu dat. Dosane karamala blue incidera mel rebe chinchin kranaktada. Der winterunto wakare kwe wap gerebu. Ninso telepachan gorsodara nane gra dalonuta choloren. Der winterunto wakare kwe wapa tera tanan chingaradana. Fiadra rampada no de ringtada nel camarada tela fibu nubu dat. Dosane karamala blue incidera mel rebe chinchin kranaktada. Der winterunto wakare kwe wap gerebu. Ninso telepachan gorsodara nane gra dalonuta choloren.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. You remember how they were. Always so superior, so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should. My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Kunda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
Welcome to Kunda. You're a salvager, right? You'll need to see Administrator Adare to get access to the ruins. If you need directions to anything else, just ask. You're not. The only heavily armed people that visit us are either salvagers or mercenaries. And you don't look quite gritty enough to be a mercenary. The things that would most interest you are our weapon merchant Anzeron, the leader of our militia. Akere is still around here somewhere too. He sells droid components.
Are you waiting for the administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want results, now that you may never get here. I'm here to get another pat in the back from the administrator and hear how unfortunate my situation is. That my problem is important and they'll get around to it. I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I need justice now. I fought in the war and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the administrator or Zeron doesn't do something, then I will. Yes, I fought in the Jedi Civil War. I guess we won. You couldn't tell here, though. Feels like we've been forsaken by the Republic. The war was very unkind to Dantooine. That hidden enclave cost us a great deal. A great deal. What am I supposed to do? Salvagers keep trespassing on my land and stealing my farming equipment. They grab anything they can get a hold of. I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren. But I can't farm without my equipment. Well, yes and no. I brought my moisture vaporator to Kunda to be serviced. On the way back to my farm, I took a shortcut next to the Enclave ruins. Damn Lagrix came out of nowhere. I had to run before they made a meal of me. When I returned to retrieve my equipment, the salvagers had already stripped it bare. A lot of farming equipment. It's not even valuable, just important for the moisture vaporators and hydroprocessors. The thief must be desperate for credits. It's hard to deal with womp rats when you got a Gundark on your back. I believe she'll get around to it, but I think by then it'll be too late. I understand that the wheels turn slowly on this sort of thing, but my crops are in immediate danger. The salvaging laws on Dantooine are a mess, and in my mind they favor the salvagers. I suppose you could. Actually, you almost look like a salvager. If you could go to this salvager camp and convince the salvager Joran to return my modulator, I would be very grateful. I'm not rich, but I have some souvenirs from the war I could give you. These war trophies are advanced weapons that some of the Sith troopers had. Heavy ordnance, which wouldn't be much good for defending my home. I might be able to offer more if you take care of the problem, though. Can you help me out? That's great. I'm certainly not getting any help around here. If you need to know anything more, just ask me.
A lot of people here hate Jedi, but when they were here, they tried helping us. I don't blame them.
A visitor. Please, come in. Welcome to Kunda. I am Administrator Turina Adari. You're the owner of the, ship that just landed? I'll take it as a given that the vessel is indeed yours. And unless I'm much mistaken, that's the Ebon Hawk. That vessel has been on Dantooine before, during the war. That was a Jedi vessel. My point is that the previous owner of that ship was a very influential Jedi. And Jedi are not as admired here as they once were. Right or wrong, our settlers blame the Jedi and their hidden enclave for their suffering. I remember the old Jedi Masters and the considerable help they lent to Dantooine. I still maintain discreet connections with Jedi. I suppose your arrival here is no coincidence. I feel I must step carefully here. You are not like other Jedi I have known. You seem darker somehow. Yes, I understand. Say no more. For good or ill, I feel you are the only one remaining who can help me with the present situation. My friend, let's just call him Frook. We've known each other for many years, and our continued friendship could create many problems in the current political climate. He came to Dantooine not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important. He's gone missing recently. Did he send for you in case something went wrong? We need the skills of a Jedi more than ever. He was helping investigate Azgul and his mercenaries, but he had his own errand to run in the Enclave. Jedi business of some sort. He went into the sub-level, which isn't without its dangers, and he hasn't returned. I'm starting to fear the worst. Would you be willing to go to the ruins of the Enclave to look for him? From what I know of your type, you have all of the equipment you need to deal with the sub-level. I do realize the Jedi Order disbanded, so you must find credits yourself, however. The sub-level is dangerous enough that the salvagers have not managed to properly search it. There are many artifacts of value. Normally, I ask for a percentage of all salvage. In your case, however, you can take whatever you find without the customary tithe. I will have one of the militia transmit permissions to the Enclave's security door. Go expecting danger, for you will most certainly find it there. Is there anything else I can assist you with? He was investigating the mercenaries for us. We've been increasingly concerned about them. Their behavior has always been antagonistic, but recently they've been behaving differently. Vrook was investigating this when he disappeared. We were counting on any hard intelligence he could provide. Our other assets have been unavailable recently. If you find any information on the mercenaries during your stay on our planet, please report it to Zeron or myself.
What brings you to Kunda? Do you have any troubles to report? I'm here to help. I just hope you aren't here about Garivek. Oh, sorry. If you're brand new to these parts, you may not have any issues with Garivek, unlike most everyone else. You're fortunate not to know him. He's a salvager. His purpose in life seems to be causing us headaches. I can tell he's back in Kunda just by the pounding in my head. If you're not here about Garivek, do you have some other problem? I don't even want to get into it.
Ask around if you want to know the details. It'll just make my headache worse if I talk about it. I don't know what we'd do without Administrator Adare. She managed to plow through a lot of the family bickering once the Sith left during the war. She's kept us together. Oh, and, Zeron too, I suppose. This is sensitive. It's not really a secret, though. A lot of people are upset with Zeron. He's a hard man and doesn't answer to anybody. Except, I suppose, the Administrator. The thing is, he expects everyone to follow all the laws. That's not normally a bad thing, but the mercenaries are used to having a bit more freedom. So it's like Zeron keeps prodding a rancor with a stun stick. To a rancor, it's just a minor nuisance. But if you keep at it, he's going to fight back. The mercenaries aren't unreasonable. They're mostly just war veterans looking for work. But Zeron just keeps poking them. So he has to get involved to make sure that the militia does what he wants. Otherwise, we'd probably give the mercenaries some room. Maybe. It's hard to say. They meet a lot, but it seems to me they let each other alone for the most part. I'm sure there's a lot going on with the militia that the Administrator doesn't even know about. It's tricky. You see, I think Zeron may be taking this whole thing a little personal. I'm not sure. Just a guess. I also think he's doing more to provoke them than just investigating every complaint against them hard. He's up to something. If someone could just ask a few questions, turn up some answers, maybe see if Zeron isn't being completely honest with the rest of us, well, then maybe he should be replaced. Definitely. The militia makes sure to reward anybody that helps out Dantooine. And if he's doing something risky, so if you happen to find something out like that, you should see Administrator Adare. If you have to do some footwork to check into things, you'll be compensated. We should probably talk about something else. I hate going behind the captain's back. I just feel... I just have a feeling about it. All right, stay out of trouble now.
Tochi monas runta, yun bola, wata gratonchi mulira, pitasa cantone tosha. Posoma britushniki tuk pamba, bora, tino molira nibonon, kin un patno koktek. Posoma britushniki tuk pamba, bora, tino molira nibonon, kin un patno koktek. Posoma britushniki tuk pamba, bora, tino molira nibonon, kin un patno koktek. Fasa susho wi, kana ina doka ches, kapal rondi loso chi rana bik bik, now ji ka chi a ubang Hoshmanfu ni wado ni kuta maasapa, tong hitwama ji, yuma liba to atong into tune, doki nikama renzo ni inash di jon bla wen so mas, tong abaw shan uni nong, do wanga nochi, roren manama, kochpa ino shan opora. In soranaka me gunsoji, nekchi una bola monchi wataton, sobodono visel chamaka. Jenish melaka wachino so impos morcha chani rikasan. Wala kun bisking mong pal muliras nemo poiduana. Fasa susho wi, kana ina doka ches.
militia captain here. Are you here because you're in trouble or looking for it? Depending on how greedy you are, we might have some work for you. Before that, though, you got any other reason for coming to militia headquarters? You could pick worse places to look for that. Baroon is normally the one to go with questions, but I can answer a few things for you. If you're interested, I might have some work for you, too. You want something? He did he? What's this about? I know people, and that isn't like Baroon. I have no patience for people like you. We're not gonna talk about this again. You want something? I've seen a lot of visitors come through Kunda. You're the first one in a while that looks the capable sort. We have a small problem with Kinrath. Maybe you've already seen some of them. Coming from a cave in the Kunda Plains. I'd take care of it myself, but there aren't many people in the militia. We'd lose too many men. There's a reward if you do it. 2,000 credits. I agree with you, but I don't barter. I got more important things to do. That's all I can ask. You want something? Some of the salvagers went deep into the ruins and found a lot of Jedi relics. It's the most valuable haul the salvagers ever got. But all the salvagers that went down there are dead. So it seems every day or so some salvager comes claiming they're owed by such and such, or that they're related. The whole thing makes me sick. Garavik says he won the whole claim in a Pazak game with the last survivor, right before he killed him. But that was a fair fight. There were witnesses. But nobody remembers Garavik ever playing Pazak. I just hope someone takes this blasted claim off my hands. I'm tired of those lowlives pestering me. We've got real work to do. You want something?
Your luck is not of the hapless settler. You are the newcomer that lands in a battered ship, yes? No friendly greetings are here for you. Many of the weak are skilled in manners, but I am not weak. Do not seek to insult me again. I am done being inconvenienced by you. Another interruption. You must not have heard who I am. Waste another interruption.
Let us test ourselves.
Fallen
This will teach you.
Focus.
Let us test that. This will teach you. Ready.
Yes.
I shall honor them with battle.
What? You shouldn't sneak up on an old fella like that. You shouldn't be out here anyway. This is Kinrath territory. It's just a habit. We warn people that the area around Kunda is dangerous, but some of them don't listen. Probably nothing you can't handle, but I'd stay clear of the caves all the same. The Kinrath have been tunneling for years. Those caves have a whole swarm of them. We've collapsed a couple of the caves, but they just come right back. A couple weeks back, there was an accident here. One of the Western Fringe farmers was coming to Kunda on his swoop with a load of atmospheric sensors. We found him dead and his swoop bike all banged up. I've come back a couple of times to try to figure out if that's what really happened. I do. The Kinrath are dangerous, but as long as you stay on your swoop bike, there's no way they should catch you. I've carefully searched this area and haven't found anything. So maybe our man just got sloppy. We really need those atmospheric sensors. I don't suppose you'd be willing to keep an eye out for something, I doubt you'll be able to find any evidence of what happened here. But you might come across the atmospheric sensors. They have to be somewhere. If you find any of them, just come back here. I'll pay you 1,000 credits for each one you can find, even if they're broken.
Tapak mito, hai best nikta dochi mapao krawe nosha. What a lord chiba fuso bachila nuba chubanok. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wanima orata wakata chi luma lithpa. Krempawi cho simurangta weba gonorimbo. Harandoto, jun sorito mas, jurun makagrodo soto. Kavanatakalu, kavanami donki krato.
The greatest technique is to do the same without resorting to the Force.
Charika yayakta, min sobachina ninga ballo cha jukso ni chortuna. Kavanatakalu, kavanami donki krato. Bram tabanin sochu. Da come jusmak miki baranye doso so rika chondin. Wana magrable mogo. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wanima orata wakata chi luma lithpa. Kavadumpa, mo wendido chokerembi norta kunyun wish chawaka chuba, sura dachi morutuko gansa. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wanima orata wakata chi luma lithpa. Kavanatakalu, kavanami donki krato. Te wata lorcha, desgala sorcha widono sobanichu waka, to pasha chupa Johnny.
This will teach you. I shall honor them with battle. This will teach you. This shall not stop us for long.
thoughts are disturbed. I can feel them from a great distance, like a shiver running through you.
This place affects me strangely. There is a tingling in my forehead.
Force-sensitive locations such as this absorb and reflect force energy. The crystals are the catalyst here. I sense that Revan once passed through here, leaving a strong impression behind in the crystals. Perhaps future Jedi who visit this cave will feel our presence, as if seeing our footprints preserved in the soil. The crystals here do not drain force energy from Jedi. They collect the excess energy that radiates from those attuned to the Force. That can hardly be avoided. Even mundane actions of the basest creatures can create detectable ripples in the Force. A Minok beating its wings on the plains could cause a sandstorm in the desert, and figuratively speaking, Jedi have much bigger wings. That would create quite a large impression of yourself, and the crystals would eventually grow back. The crystals here are infused with the Force. Some could be harvested and used for lightsabers.
Prepare yourself. This will teach you.
I hear you.
Let us test ourselves. I shall honor them with a battle.
crystal response. This is very rare indeed. The crystal's bond with you is such that the stronger you become in the Force, the more powerful your crystal will grow. This crystal will make an excellent focus for a lightsaber. Quite the contrary. Picture yourself as a sieve, and the Force as water pouring into you. This crystal draws from the excess water that escapes the sieve. Yes.
Yes.
I don't suppose you found any of those atmospheric sensors? That's great news. My offer still stands. I'll pay you 3,000 credits for all of them. Thanks for your help on this. Here are the credits as promised. I'll get this to Zeron when I get back to Kunda.
This will teach you. This will teach you. This will teach you. I'm here. will teach you. Let us test ourselves. This will teach you. A challenge.
You a new salvager? Or one of those Kunda cantina rats coming here to complain? Well, we don't need another one. Look around this camp. We got the salvaging more than covered. I'm gonna give you some advice. Turn back. There's nothing you're gonna find. Don't tell me that flaming Solru sent you. I went over all this with Zeron. We've been hit by the flaming thief more than he has. Every other night it seems we find something missing. And it's not like we have much. We keep asking Zeron to help us, but he sends us nobody. So the thief keeps coming from the ruins or whatever hole he lives in and taking what's ours. If we ever catch him, we'll take our time killing him. That's our best guess. Sneaky as sin, but Raylon caught a glance of him that way. We keep hoping the Lagrex finish the thief off, but that would be far too easy for us. If you haven't met Raylon, though, he's not reliable. He's in the camp if you want to talk to him about the thief. If you must. If you can do something about the thief, do it and get out of here. There's nothing for you here anyway. Because anything valuable in the ruins was carted away months ago. The only salvagers left are either desperate, ornery, or not right in the head. And while you look dirty enough to be here, I don't think you're any of those things. So go back to Kunda. You don't look like you're gonna crawl around the ruins. If you want to go to the sub-level, you are gonna need the administrator's permission, though. Well, you're welcome to go down there and die. The Lagrex are hungry and could use a treat. If you're not going to listen to anybody, maybe you can help me out. The only place that has anything is the sub-level. And only a couple of fools have gone there. And they're now dead fools. Yeah, I'd like to do the decent thing and get their bodies and put them to rest. That hole isn't a fit place for a salvager. So, if you find a couple human corpses down there, just grab their gear and their bodies. I'll pay you 500 credits for each of them.
Oh, a visitor comes to our delightful salvager camp. We are honored. Do you come bringing your credits and curiosity? Am I that transparent to you? Apparently this is so. I am Ralon, known throughout this camp for the many artifacts of value that I have uncovered. An expert, this is certain. A question I pose to you, traveler. Do you wish to buy one of the most elusive of all Jedi artifacts? A powerful Jedi holocron? You flatter me, traveler. It was a good day when I found this holocron. But you are lucky, for I will sell it to you for a low price. I ask a mere 1,000 credits for this rare find. This is not a matter of negotiation. You should buy it quickly before others come. I assure you it isn't. I will show it to you presently. As you can see, it is in fine shape. A real bargain at a mere 1,000 credits. How did you know? Will I never unload this accursed thing? This isn't my fault. You can't blame me. I apologize immensely. But surely you recognize that attacking me here will pose problems. The militia and the salvagers will hunt you. I will not. Very well, take it. Leave me to my poverty, my suffering.
Do you feel it? The wound on this world, it is centered here. If we succeed in gathering the Jedi, they will come to this place. And if those Jedi are slain, then all that remains of the Order shall be drawn here as well. Perhaps, in the shadows of the galaxy, we will know when the time comes, and I hope our enemies do not.
Announcement. You have caused us to expenditure a great deal of effort to find you, Jedi. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Threat. Come with us without resistance, Jedi, or you will come with us in pain. It's failing, Master.
This will teach you. This will teach
Failing, Master.
This will teach you. This will teach you. A challenge. Prepare yourself. teach you.
Who are we missing? We're one off.
We're missing Joran. I don't see Joran.
That runt of a Cathhound, he's the one with the backpack. Did anybody grab anything from the room? Anybody? What do you want? So, the pup thinks he can start bossing us around. Watch yourself. We've been here a lot longer. Plenty of accidents happen to people that don't respect the rules. All I see is fresh meat for the Lagrex. Don't even think of threatening us. That's a battle you can't win. That's it. Attack!
Yes?
Someone out there? Anybody? Help! Lagrex are everywhere! Help me! I'm trapped in here! You must be fierce with a blaster, then. Give me a moment. I sort of jammed the door a bit. Just don't leave.
Thanks for saving me. I thought those Lagrex had me for sure. All of us salvagers know about that. I'd ask Derala, though. She's talked with the militia the most about it. If you ask me, the thief isn't human. It's one of those smart Lagrex. Listen, I didn't ask for your help. I appreciate it, but I don't owe you anything. Here I was thinking you might be a nice one. No need for threats. I don't have much to give, but... Alright, here's 300 credits. Is that enough of a reward for you? Can I go now? I didn't find a single thing. I just want to get out of this pit. There's no way I'm gonna give those to you. I risked my life for those. I've given you all the credits I got, but I earned what I found. Of course it's negotiable. It's mine and not yours. And I say take a short trip out an airlock without a spacesuit. I'm not giving you my find.
Their stance was unthreatening. That one meant us no harm. I do not understand why we attacked. I have fought in self-defense, in battle, but never like this. Ichani are taught to be prepared for any battle at any time. We are trained to predict each battle several movements in advance, and any great battle several hours in advance. The true Ichani, the greatest of our teachers, are said to be able to predict the path of wars, of battles, years in advance. Yet this attack I was unprepared for. I did not anticipate it. Yet, as you acted, I acted as well. I am not used to such things. Teach you. Let us end this.
teach you. Focus.
Your arrival is fortunate. I was just running out of food supplies and wondering what Lagrek meat would taste like. I am an historian and scientist working for the Republic, although I'm certain my contemporaries would judge me more a historian than scientist. I imagine in your travels of the galaxy you've seen many people. Faces tend to blur together after a time. What else would you like to know? No. It is something of a mystery why they would exile themselves as they have. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic is in need of them. I fear that there is something else at work, something that we cannot see. Then again, perhaps the Jedi are hiding simply because so many people hate them these days. It is difficult sometimes for the Jedi to see such things, since much of it is rooted in human nature, and the Jedi are often removed from events of daily life, insulated. But the reason the Jedi Civil War was named such was because few in the galaxy can recognize the difference between the Sith and the Jedi. To them, they are both Jedi, with different philosophies. Hate? No. I do not hate them. They only raise questions without answers. Jedi are not supposed to be like the rest of us. They are supposed to see a higher purpose in all things. And they are supposed to train students responsibly and well, so mistakes of the past are not repeated. Yet all I saw was ignorance and arrogance, and what those seeds created in the Republic. It is difficult to follow the Jedi Code when so few others have, but you know this. Many Jedi defy the Order during the Mandalorian Wars, and it paved the way for the Jedi Civil War. There is no blame. All must accept. But, at its core, one must wonder if it was the failure of the Jedi teachings or the teachers themselves. Many of the Jedi Council trained Exar Kun, Ulik, Revan, and Malak. How could they not see the danger they posed? And if they could not, perhaps there was some essential part of their teachings that was flawed, something beyond the Jedi Code that they were missing. Revan had many masters, Zar, Dorak, Master K before K left for the wars. Towards the end of his training, he sought out many to learn techniques. It is said that he returned to his first master at the end of his training in order to learn how he might best leave the Order. I am not certain you understand what happened with Revan. Do you wish me to explain? Revan was captured in the middle of the Jedi Civil War, due in no small part to his apprentice Malak, who turned on him. Revan was brought before the Jedi Council and put on trial. You must understand that the situation was desperate, and the Jedi needed to know how Revan had amassed the forces arrayed against them. As I understand it, they were able to convince Revan to have a change of heart, but it was only for a time. Revan helped the Republic defeat Malak. I suspect it was out of revenge. What else would you like to know? I do not know if you are aware of how fragile the Republic is at the moment. Its influence is stretched thin, and it grows weaker with time. Before you go, I had a question for you. You came to Dantooine in search of Jedi. Why? What answers do you seek? It has been my experience that Jedi rarely answer such questions, or instead indulge in half-truths. Exiled you? It is strange they would sentence you and not speak honestly of your crime. It is not the Jedi way to lie. Well, no, that is not true. There are times when truth is concealed if they think a greater good can be achieved. But when such things are done, it is always done with the intention that the person they withheld truth from cannot be trusted with that knowledge, that it will bring harm upon themselves and others. Perhaps there was some greater danger in you knowing the reason than in the reason itself. Strange. Mysterious are the ways of the Jedi. Sometimes they see things the rest of us do not. Other times, such sight brings arrogance and a fall. I will return to Kunda now and await the next transport. You may find me there if you have more questions.
What is it?
Ready.
What is it?
Ready.
Let us end this.
My leg Rex! You've killed me! They're my pets! a thief? People give to the Jedi in exchange for service. They were just giving. You're one of them. Just another stinking salvager and thief, stealing what belongs to Jedi. I am a Padawan, and one day I will learn enough to be a Jedi. What do you mean? I've always been training to be a Jedi. You sound like my other master. He's gone too. He said terrible things. I have? I feel like I've done something wrong. But it's so hard to think about. I get so angry. But don't the Jedi say, it's been so long and so much has happened, but doesn't anger lead to the dark side? If I'm the only one, I will do as you say. You seem strong, and you're not afraid. I don't want to be afraid ever again. Thank you. I don't feel confused anymore. I'm going to go now. This Jedi home isn't for me anymore. I hate this planet. I want to see more.
Braved the perils of the sublevel, yes. Many stories and artifacts in your possession. This is fortuitous for myself and associates. For now, not only do I get rich salvage, but an even richer bounty. Do not be making this difficult. Your death can be quite painless. So, this is your threat? Is terror what I'm supposed to feel? We know a thing about Jedi and their ways. And now, Jedi, we shall fight.
Who is that? Oh, it's you. You go down into the sublevels yet? Or did you suddenly develop some sense? It's a shame about them. Have any luck getting to their bodies? I figure there's about no chance you'll succeed, but the reward is still open. You have? You managed to find them down there? You're tougher than you look. I have 1,000 credits for their bodies and their personal effects. You've proven very helpful. I have something I have to do. Come back if you want to talk again.
Admiral, this is Mikal. I have found the exile. Welcome back. Is there anything else I can do for you?
It's you again. Well, you know who I am. I figure you've got a reason for coming back. You want something? So you did. Here's the credits I told you about. Even with the caves cleared, I imagine it'll take some time before the Kinrath aren't on the plains. That was very helpful of you. You've saved some lives today. You want something?
Hello there! Let me guess. You were tricked out of some credits. Sorry, friend, but we don't do anything about that anymore. Don't you know our rules? Glad you asked. So here are the militia rules then. Kunda and the salvager camp are under militia protection, so a friendly scuffle is all right. But if any blasters are drawn, there'll be hell to pay. But if you buy some Jedi trinket and you're not satisfied, you're on your own. I'd stay away from the mercenary camp. We've had difficulties with them. We don't patrol or investigate there anymore. A trip there and you're on your own. Follow the rules and we don't have any problems. Oh, and KoToR2 doesn't cheat as far as we can figure. So don't complain about the Ithorian either. All right, stay out of...
I hope that you haven't run into any difficulties you couldn't deal with. Is there anything else I can assist you with? I have no doubt that Barun means well, but I have every confidence in Zeron. I would ask you to ignore anything Barun asked of you. He doesn't see the full scope. What have you learned, Jedi? I hope that you haven't run into... Is there anything...
Any luck on getting my modulator back from Joran? I don't think anyone here will be able to help me. What do you want to know? If you're really going to help me, I'll tell you anything you want to know about it. My farm is the closest to the Enclave ruins. It has to be someone nearby, and if the mercenaries wanted it, they'd just take it in broad daylight. The closest place besides that is the salvager camp, so it has to be them. You ever met one of them? Thievery wouldn't be too far a stretch for any of them.
Halt, settler. This is a restricted area. How the hell did you get through the Kinrath? You should leave. I know that you settlers have a score to settle with Jedi. Trust me, this one's gonna suffer. Trust me, Jedi have a very bad fate waiting for them on Nar Shaddaa. Anything he's done to you, he'll more than pay for. I can understand how you feel, but he's worth a lot less to us if he's dead. So we're not gonna kill him. And we're definitely not gonna let you kill him. I warned you, but I'm glad you didn't listen. Attack, men!
I shall honor them with battle. This will teach you.
You've just confirmed everything I thought about you. You were a stain to the reputation of the Jedi Order. I may have been caged, but I was never helpless. Guard yourself, exile. I don't know why you think I'd tell you anything. You've seen the end of your trial? Perhaps you would like to explain how you came to this knowledge? That was intended only for the Jedi Council. If what remains of the Council chooses to tell you, then I will abide by their decision and its consequences. Fine. There's little I can tell you. Master KoToR felt something had happened to you in the war, but all he had was suspicions, not truths. And KoToR was too close to you in any event. He, too, felt the call of war and took to battle more than a Jedi should. His speculations will not help you now, but enough of this. It is knowledge for the Council alone until they choose to reveal it. You've become strong again, but I know not how. This isn't over, exile.
You are the Jedi I've heard reports of, and I am Azkul, leader of the mercenaries on Dantooine. That is correct, and I want you to help me. According to my reports, I have 4 times as many soldiers as the militia, and I'm committed to taking Kunda. It is inevitable that I will succeed. If you wish to avoid my men eradicating the people of Dantooine, you will make it easier for me to take Kunda. Of course, I will pay well for your services. There are many ways someone with your abilities can aid us. Before the action begins, I have 2 main tasks in mind for you. Disable the gun turrets and the traps. Return to me when you are ready for us to begin our assault. I warn you not to keep me waiting.
Well maneuvered. With both the mercenaries and the militia counting on your aid, you can influence the outcome of the situation as you see fit.
I hope you aren't intending to support that monster. They will slaughter the citizens of Kunda.
I hear you.
Hey, get away from that door! The last time somebody messed with it, it was locked down for months before we could fix it.
What is it?
Just in time. Terena told me you've been searching for her friend. Well, I'm gonna have to ask you to put that on hold for now, as I've been telling Terena. I've just received solid proof that the mercenaries are planning to annihilate Kunda. We need your help.
Zeron says that even with a plan, the mercenaries have to gather their forces, then coordinate their assault. So we still have time. I'm afraid the militia has not been adequately trained for the task that befalls them. I have instructed the militia and other Kunda personnel that you are to be provided with anything that can be spared. Unfortunately, that isn't much. Here is a MasterCard key that will open all of the security doors inside Kunda. Anything that might aid you in your task, please use. Soon, all the civilians will be evacuated. So if you have any business with them, I suggest you take care of it. Whenever you are ready to finalize the defenses, talk with Zeron.
I hear you.
The gun turret malfunctioned. Hurt us bad.
Yes? Yes?
What did I tell you?
Sorry, this door is blocked off.
Charanana gundoso remine ke loraktu. Charanana gundoso remine ke loraktu kuro katada. Fioratore pada no ringatel camarada tela fibo nubo da bicarana cenirara. Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rinto run kawrekare papanala ranshinga. Terace wemenoto torere senisensen. Der rinto runto wakare kwe wap gerebu. Ninso telepachan korsada ranane gra delonuta choloren. Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rinto run kawrekare papanala ranshinga. Terace wemenoto torere senisensen. Der rinto runto wakare kwe wap gerebu. Ninso telepachan korsada ranane gra delonuta choloren. Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rinto run kawrekare papanala ranshinga. Terace wemenoto torere senisensen. Der rinto runto wakare kwe wap gerebu. Ninso telepachan korsada ranane gra delonuta choloren.
I was right about you. You are trouble, but you might just be the right sort of trouble we need. The mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize, so you have time to do what you need. Or are you ready to finalize the defense plans? You sure? Once we're done with that, there may not be any time left before the mercenaries attack. All right, then we got a lot to do. I imagine that the mercenaries have got two goals in this whole thing. Kill me and kill the administrator. The rest of the settlers won't have courage to resist if they succeed. The administrator's locked up in her office tight, which means that the mercs have to go through us and Kunza's defenses. It isn't gonna be easy. I suspect we're gonna have to fight on the inside. They've got 3 entrances they're gonna try and break in. Here's the front door, the security door on the side, and the garage door in back. We got 3 squads of militia. We can assign people to the front, back, or inside. Backside has to guard 2 entrances. The front will have to fight more people, and the inside will have to deal with any that break through. So, where do you think the first squad should be deployed? First squad is most experienced. The only squad that could go blaster to blaster against the mercs. Second squad has a lot of passion, but no experience. Third squad is new and not trained too well, and they may break in combat. They need a good leader to make them effective. So, where do you think the first squad should be deployed? The battles that had the least dying were always led by Jedi. I'm gonna go with what you think. Where do you want the second squad? All right. Where do you want the third squad, the new recruits? Fine by me. The last question is, where do you want to go? Either the front or the back. I'll take whichever one you don't. That way both sides have leadership. Once either one of us clears the area of mercs, we'll both be heading inside to guard the administrator. That's what I was thinking too. The main group of mercenaries will be coming through there. Probably be good to put our best soldier there. Once the fighting starts, you gotta stay in your area. We both have to guard our half of the battlefield. Come over to me and the mercs will just charge straight into Kunda. Thanks to you, they're gonna have a tougher job. That's about it. Now we just need to dig in and wait for the mercs to come. Well, I'll tell them what's there to do. I'm not much for words. Let's get ready for the mercenaries. If we fall here, all of Dantooine falls with us.
Tell me what you see, soldier.
They're mobilizing the militia. Looks like a lot of activity down there.
They've been warned. It won't be of any use. The plan doesn't change. Captains, prepare your men. Their leader, Administrator Tarina, must not survive the battle. Everything else is secondary to that objective.
Let me handle
Soldiers, fall back inside.
So you're the Jedi. I take it you are responsible for the surprises we've had during this battle. Stand aside. Our Sensible. I will order my men to leave you be. Now, if you'll excuse me.
The Republic won't stand for what you've done here. You'll pay for your crimes.
I was going to make it a painless death, but you've been much more difficult than you had to be. Now you're going to pay.
I should have stopped you long ago. Your machinations end here, outcast. No more words. Defend yourself or perish.
Charanana Gundoso.
Any luck on getting my... I'm just glad...
Are you ready? I won't wait long for you. Good. I will deploy men to surround Kunda and attack all 3 entrances. You heard the Jedi. Move out, men! Come on, Jedi. You're leading the first wave.
I can't believe you've betrayed us. Torena was wrong for trusting a Jedi. You are despicable. Even if you make it past me, Master Vrook will bring you to justice. For Kunda.
Breach the perimeter, Askel.
They're falling before us like herd beasts to the slaughter. Still, a lesson must be taught about resistance. Kill everyone.
Yes, sir.
I should have stopped you long ago. Your machinations end here, outcast. No more words. Defend yourself or perish.
Strength his force powers. He is desperate to finish you quickly, so he uses a potent form of the force. Defeat him by going on the defensive and absorbing his attacks with the force. He will quickly run out of energy and then you can finish him easily.
Are you arrogant enough to think you can divide your attention while fighting me? You think you can learn my technique just by watching me? It takes a Jedi Master years to perfect it. It's not possible. You must be stopped.
It is something the Sith, the assassins that stalk us, can do. It is of the dark side, the ability to feed on life, the Force. The closer one comes to it, it makes them stronger for a time. Not all techniques in the Force are learned through practice and training. This is something instinctual, born from experience. It is a way that they fill the hollow places where the Force used to be.
You should have let him live. He would have fetched a fine price on Nar Shaddaa. Kunda is ours, thanks in part to your assistance. Here, take your reward, Jedi. Fine, greedy Jedi. You'll get 50% more. Take it and go. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a date with the Administrator, and I'm dressed to kill.
The Republic won't stand for what you've done here. You'll pay for your crimes.
I was going to make it a painless death, but you've been much more difficult than you had to be. Now you're going to pay.
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities. Systems failing, Master. Systems failing, Master. Master.
That is how flesh and blood fights. Let me show you how one fights when one's life is the Force.
I won't let you harm him. I have heard of your kind. You worship strength, when all it does is rot you from within.
You echo another's words, and as an echo it lacks strength. Who is it who has taught you of the Sith?
I will not reveal my mistress, and I will not allow you to harm the one I travel with.
I cannot harm him. His wound lies deeper than any blade could reach. That is why I follow him, and protect him.
Protect him? I do not believe you.
You do not believe that I would follow him to death. Certainly you have read as much in my movements as I have in yours. There's no shame in your feelings, sister of the Echani.
Be silent! You know nothing of what you speak.
You are alone, and wounded in your own way. I can feel its pulse, like a heartbeat from the past. But if you will not believe that I mean him no harm, then believe this. I wish to learn from him. I wish to learn how it is he still walks, when his spirit is nothing more than a shell. When you feel as though the Force, as if life itself has abandoned you. I had a question for you, sister of the Echani. The exile. What does he look like?
Like a man, but it is more than that. And I do not have the words. He is selfish, at times lacking discipline to his urges. My mistress was right about him. The galaxy has poisoned his heart, but yet I hope that he can be redeemed. It is a faint hope, and I find that I cannot help but follow him. There is a feeling that emanates from him, like a sound from far away that has traveled a vast distance to reach here.
Like an echo. Your words are well chosen, sister of the Echani. I will not harm him. But it is not me you should fear. There are darker things in the galaxy than a blind one such as I.
Diagnostic. HK-47 activated. Running checks through primary systems. Assessment. It appears I have suffered considerable damage and dismemberment. I can feel all the cracks in my motivators. And my central control cluster seems to have taken several repeated blaster shots at close range. How crude. Answer. Oh, that is impossible, Master. If I were out to kill you, we would not be speaking. And regardless, I am a unique model. Why, to think that there would be other versions of me would be unacceptable. Statement. Master, I must inform you that your attempts at humor are wasted on a droid such as I. As I have expressed, I am unique. Resignation. Very well, Master. If you persist in your attempts at humor, I shall indulge you. Let me check the ship's records, and we will settle this matter once and for all. Conclusion. You speak the truth. This discovery is also causing me some degree of anger and humiliation. Mockery. Am I all right? Oh, yes, Master. Why, I am fine. Statement. I've only just been reactivated, only to find that there are substandard duplicates of me running all over the galaxy, corroding my good name. But if they are in fact hunting you, then I look forward to the opportunity to meet these units and educate them in proper assassination protocols. Conclusion. So it seems I need you, for the time being. Answer. It seems you would know more than I, My memory centers are experiencing some setbacks. Reflection. Of course, for some reason that does not alarm me. I suspect I have suffered such repeated memory failures before. Still, the loss of my higher combat and assassination protocols is shameful and degrading. Answer. I do not know, Master. It is curious that I was here, although this place does seem familiar. Extrapolation. Perhaps someone was already in the process of rebuilding me. It may be I was needed for some task. Answer. If by okay you mean the loss of almost all my existing assassination protocols, then no, I am not okay. Furthermore, I seem to have no discretionary control over my vocabulator, causing me to reveal my true function as an assassin droid of unrivaled sophistication. Recitation. Yes, as I said, I am an assassin droid. It is my primary function to burn holes through meat bags that you wish removed from the galaxy. Master, oh, how I hate that term. Answer. Yes, Master. HK-47 is ready to serve.